Good morning dear students, welcome back to CLE Science online class. I hope you all are absolutely fine and doing well at your home. Now here we are going to start the next concept of science part, which is present in our surrounding. Okay dear students, so this is our fifth chapter, that is the coal and petroleum. Dear students, have you ever think about it? Coal. What do you mean by coal? What do you mean by petroleum? Where we can obtain these things? What are the application in our day-to-day life? Why have to need to study this concept? Okay. So dear students, the petroleum is one of the basic part in our day-to-day life. Okay. So petroleum is the source of the petrol. Okay, so what is the application of petrol? Where we are using? To run the vehicles. Is it? To run the vehicles we are using the petroleum. What about the coal? Where we are using this coal? So in the thermal power plant, where we are going to produce the power, which is one of the basic need of each and every human being. Is it? So that's why dear students, we have to need study about the coal and petroleum part. Okay. So let's think about what do you mean by coal and petroleum. So dear students, coal and petroleum is nothing but the source of energy that are non-renewable. Is it? They are non-renewable. They were made in the nature a long time before and they will finish after long time use. So dear students, it is nothing but the source of energy. Let's discuss what do you mean by source itself. Okay, then we will get the answer. Okay, so here what do you mean by resources means we use various materials for our basic needs. Yes, various materials like a water and shelter. Next is the air, or you can say oxygen. How you can going to obtain this oxygen? From the plants or the trees. These are the basic needs of a human being. Some of them are found in a nature and some may have been made by the human efforts. Yes, so dear students, you can obtain the air, or you can say oxygen. You can obtain the water from the nature. But what about the another things, like if you want to live in a building, then you have to make it. Okay, you have to build the building. So these are how it is possible. These are possible by the human efforts. Is it? All things which are obtained from the nature, they are called as a natural resources. Okay, so the things which can obtain from the nature, prakriti, we can say, it's called as a natural resources. Let's take the definition of natural resources. Dear students, a natural resources is any material found on and in the earth is available for human use. Okay, so dear students, the things which can obtain, or you can the material which can obtain from the nature is called as the natural resources. What are the basic natural resources? As I told about the water and the trees. Okay, so here we have some basic human needs such as a food. How you can going to obtain? From the plants. Yes, vegetables, flowers, and as well as water. Okay, water is an essential element, essential things for the human being. Next is the clothing. How you are going to do this clothing, how you can going to make this clothes? By the natural resources itself. Already we have learned about the fabrics. Okay, shelter, air. So these are the basic needs we can obtain from the natural resources. Let's take another types of the natural resources like a sun, forest, rock, minerals, animals, air, oil, water, and the soil. Okay, these are the types of the natural resources which can be obtained from the nature. Let's discuss what are the uses of these natural resources. Yes, so where we are going to use the water, it is a energy we can get the energy from by the drinking water. Okay. So dear students, beside the water itself the oil content is there. So you can observe the thing about the crude oil. Okay. So where you can obtain this crude oil, we are going to learn this concept itself in this chapter. How you going to obtain this oil, what is the procedure of oil, what is the refining of oil. Okay. So how it going to be decomposed, what is the main source of, what is the main causes to get the oil from the trees. These all basic things we are going to learn in this chapter. Next is the forest. It is also one of the types of the natural resources. So for making the wood, tables, cots or any other things which is made up of wood, you are going to get from the forest. Next is the food and medicine. Okay. Food and medicine means from the plants you can obtain the food. What about the medicine? So for Ayurvedic purpose or for making the medicines, one of the natural resources is nothing but the forest. Okay. Pulp, recreation, home of wildlife. Wildlife means the other living organism where they are living in the forest itself. So they are depending onto the forest itself. Next is the rubber, cotton. So how you are going to get this? From the forest. Next is the rocks. For construction shelter we are using the rocks. Next is the for making the jewelries, glass cans, ceramics, how you are going to obtain this? From the minerals. Next is the, what is the need of soil for getting the good crop? Already we have discussed this concept in the first chapter itself. What is the role of soils? So soil plays an important role to absorb the water and transport to the plant body. Okay. So in the agriculture we are using the soil. What about the animals? So food, wood, recreation. So you can take the example about the milk. Okay. Some of the human beings, they are also used to like eat meats also. Okay. So sometimes these animals plays an important role to get energy from these sources. Okay. Now when we are talking about the classification of the natural resources, totally it is divided into 4 parts. First one is the inexhaustible, exhaustible, and this exhaustible itself renewable and non-renewable energy. Okay dear students, so these are natural resources which is divided into totally 2 parts, that is the inexhaustible and the exhaustible. When we are talking about the exhaustible, it is divided into 2 parts, that is the renewable energy and non-renewable energy. So we are going to focus only these 2 types, that is the inexhaustible and the exhaustible. When here we are going to get our answer. So let's take the differentiation between the 2 things, that is the inexhaustible and the exhaustible resources. So dear students, what do you mean by the inexhaustible resources? These resources are present in the ultimated quantity in the nature and not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Exhausted means it will not going to be end. Okay. It is present in the unlimited quantity. Okay. There is no limitation of these natural resources. Okay. So what do you mean by inexhaustible resources? That they will not going to be end up. So these resources are present in the unlimited quantity. Is it? It is present in the unlimited quantity and it is not going to be exhausted by human activity. So what are the examples? That is the sunlight and air. Then what about the exhaustible? It is the ulta of inexhaustible. Exhaustible means it will going to be end up in the last. Is it? So the amount of these resources is nature is limited. Okay. So the exhaustible resources are limited in nature. They can be exhausted by human activity. So usually what we are going to suggest our young ones, that you have to be save petrol, save energy, save power. Why? Because last at the one day it will going to be end up. So that's why what happened, day by day the petrol rates are going to be increases, then the power units again it is going to be increases, the amount of power it going to be increases. What is the main reason? That is, it is present in the limited quantity, so the rate will become high. Why? Because these exhaustible resources we are using in a large amount, but it is present in the limited quantity. So this is the example of exhaustible resources. So what are the example of exhaustible resources? Forest, wildlife, minerals, coals, petroleum, natural gases. So dear students, in this chapter we are going to learn about the coal, petroleum, natural gases, these things. So which type of resources it is? It is the exhaustible resources. So dear students, here we have concluded that what are the types of natural resources? Totally two types of natural resources are there: exhaustible natural resources and inexhaustible natural resources. So when we are talking about the inexhaustible resources, it is present in the unlimited quantity. Okay, so at the end of the day what happened, it will not going to be finished, or you can say it will not going to be end up. So this is nothing but inexhaustible natural resources. Next is the which type of resources we have learned about the exhaustible natural resources. So it is present in the limited quantity. So here at the end of the day it will going to be completed. So dear students, this is the type of resources, inexhaustible and the exhaustible. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the coal, petroleum and the natural gases. So let's meet in the next class with the new concept about the coal and the petroleum. It is quite interesting as well as it is very useful for us. Okay dear students, let's meet in the next class. Have a good day. Bye bye.